Hello and welcome to the Mastering Major Scales Challenge. This is video 8 of 8. So if you've watched all of the videos in this sequence, will you please let me know so that I can congratulate you on your discipline and on making it this far in the course. If you haven't watched the other videos, it would help a lot. This might feel like we move a little too fast, but I encourage you to hang out with us and watch it anyway. So we have 2 scales left in this, and then we're gonna plug everything into our circle of fifths. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with the G flat major scale on fret 2, and we're gonna be using our middle finger for that. So go ahead and give me G flat. Again, ready, go. One last time, ready, go. Good. Next, give me A flat with the pinky. A flat with the pinky on the 4th fret. Ready, go. A flat again. Give me G flat with the middle. Leave the middle finger down and add the pinky for the A flat. Again, G flat. Ready, go. And add the pinky. Good. Next, we're going to go to B flat on string 5 with the index finger. Ready, go. One more time, ready, go. And then we're going to do C flat with the middle finger on fret 2. C flat again. And then give me one more note, and then we're going to take a little break. Give me D flat with pinky. D flat with the pinky. And we're on fret 4. Good. Very nice. Go ahead and take a break. Let some blood flow come in. You can shake it off. In a previous video, we discussed the finger picking pattern I-M. I stands for indice or index, and M stands for M or medio or middle. So you can be picking, and the point for us when we're picking is not to think plucking this way. We don't want to do this kind of motion with the wrist or even the fingers. We want to think in almost like the walking bass idea, right? We want to be pressing in, and that's going to give us the apoyando technique, which is like a really nice way to get a clear sound from the strings. Okay, so let's do those 5 notes together. Give each one 4 beats and before you go to the next one. So go ahead and get ready with your middle finger. 1, 2, G flat. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, A flat. 2, 3, B flat. 2, 3, C flat. 2, 3, D flat. Very nice. So now let's learn the last 3 notes in this scale. They're going to be on the next string over. We're going to use our index finger on the 1st fret. And then ring finger. And then end with the pinky. So index, 1st fret, 3rd fret, and then pinky. And I corrected my picking hand there. Okay, so go ahead and take like 10 or 15 seconds, review the whole scale, and then we're going to put it all together. Now, if this is the first time or if it's first video you're watching, you might think, whoa, you zoomed past that. But in all the other videos, we learned that the fretboard hand follows a specific pattern of middle, pinky, index, middle, pinky, index, ring, pinky for all of the scales. So at this point we've done it so many times, and there was just one exception. Let me know if you remember what was the one exception scale that doesn't follow that pattern. Comment it down below. Alrighty, let's put together our whole scale starting on G flat. Here we go. 1, 2, 4 beats each. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, A flat. 2, 3, B flat. 2, 2, 3, C flat. Make sure to add fingers, D flat, to E flat next, to an F, ready, go. I messed that up. Give me the E flat again. 1, 2, 1, 2, E flat, go. To the F, ready, go. And the G flat, ready, go. That's what I get for saying, oh, it's the same pattern. We've done it so many times. And then I messed it up. Okay, so that was my mistake. And let's go to our final scale in the sequence, which is the C flat major scale. All of our notes have the word flat next to it, or all of our letters, the C flat, D flat, everything. And we're starting on the same fret, but we're starting on string 5 now. And this is where the apoyando technique is easier, because you can lean on string 6 when we're starting. So let's look at our first 2 notes. We have C flat with the middle finger, and then E flat with the pinky. So go ahead and zigzag between those 2, applying everything that you've learned, which is 1, you add fingers. We don't want these helium fingers flying into the air, so add a finger, and then the walking motion with the apoyando technique. So this is what we're doing with C and D. C and D. Good. Let's go to the next string over for the E flat. Then we have an F flat, and then we have a G flat. So go ahead and review those notes. E flat, ready, go. F flat, ready, go. And then G flat, ready, go. Very nice. Let's put those 5 notes together now, starting on the C. 1, 2, 4 beats each. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, next. 2, 3, keep breathing, go. 2, 3, ready, go. 2, 3, ready, go. Very nice. And now we have 3 notes left in our scale. That's A flat, B flat, and C flat. That's going to be with the index, ring, and pinky on the fretting hand. And on the picking hand, if you're doing the alternating fingers, it's middle, index, middle. So go ahead and give me the A. I should call it A flat. Give me A flat, ready, go. Then B flat and C flat. Again, ready, A flat, B flat, and C flat. One more time, ready, go. B flat and C flat. Go ahead and put the whole scale together. Practice it one time on your own, and then we'll do it together. If you would like a PDF of this resource, there is one link down below. It has all the scales and all of the finger patterns, as well as a chart of the circle of fifths, so that you can see how the scales are related to the circle of fifths. Alrighty, let's put our whole scale together. Here we go. 4 beats each note, starting on C flat, 2nd fret, string 5. 1, 2, you can do it. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, D flat, 2, 3, E flat, 2, 3, F flat, 2, 3, G flat, 2, 3, A flat, 2, 3, B flat, finish on C flat. Hold it for 4 beats. Always make sure to hold your last note for all 4 beats. Even though the circle of fifths is in the PDF for this course, I think, and I mentioned it in a previous video, I think it's so important to write down what we see to help us in our learning and to help us remember it. So go ahead and grab a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, draw a circle. And we had done this in a previous video, but honestly, repetition is such a wonderful teacher, so it's good to draw this as many times as possible to remember it. You're going to draw a line like this where the 12 o'clock would be, then the 6, then the 3 and the 9, and then fill in the other numbers, 1, 2, 4, 5, and so on. We had already filled in this side, but I'm going to do it kind of quickly just because we've done this part. So this is called the circle of fifths, right? Circle of fifths. And it travels by 5. So C was our first major scale that we learned. And in the C major scale, all the notes were natural. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. This is just a recap. If you would like to watch this again, it was on video 5, I believe. Somebody write it in the comments which one we did all of this. And if you go to the 5th step of the C major scale, then you get the next scale over. As we move this way with scales, we add sharps. So on this one, we only have 1 sharp. So I'm going to put the number 1 and the sharp symbol. And then on the next one, there's 2 sharps and 3 sharps, 4 sharps, 5 sharps, 6 sharps, and 7 sharps. So it increases until all the notes are sharp. And then to know what's next, you would go to the 5th of that scale. So then we have G, A, B, C, D. There's more to the scale, but again, this is a recap. Then you go to the 5th of D. D, E, F sharp, G, A. So I'm just trying to fill this in so that we can get to the other side. Then you would go to the 5th of A, B, C sharp, D, E. Then the 5 of E would be a B. 5 of B is an F sharp. You can double check your notes. And the 5 of F sharp is C sharp. I was a music major in college and we had to do this all the time. So a lot of it, thankfully, is burned into my brain. Now, at this point, when we're at the C sharp scale, all the scales are completely sharp. So you have the option to keep going this way, but with flats, or I like starting back up at the C and going backwards. So let's start there. So we have our C, and don't judge me, I'm using a sock to erase my board. Okay, so going back to the C, going backwards, stay with me now. We go to the 4th note in the scale. So on the C major scale, if you go to, let me write this bigger. I'm very stingy with the board right now. But let me make this bigger. Thank you for your patience. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And I do like writing a full octave of the scale, meaning starting note and ending on the same note. So this time going backwards, go to the 4th note. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th scale step is an F. And going this way, counterclockwise, we're going to have 1 flat, then 2 flats, then 3 flats, then 4 flats, then 5 flats, and there is overlap, 6 flats, and then 7 flats. So there is overlap on the bottom 3 here. And so your eyes are not deceiving you. You're seeing that correctly. So we have the F scale. So I like writing the letters first. All of the letters without any quality, meaning no flats, no sharps. And the flat always appears on the 4th step. So that's easy because the new flat is also our new scale. So in F, we have 1 flat. It's the 4th scale step. And that's also our next scale. So B flat. So then just write the letters from B to B, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Carry over the flat you already had, which was B's are flat. And then our new flat is on the 4th scale degree, E flat. So we have 2 flats on this scale, and that's also our next scale. This is like us trying, like if we were scientists writing out the periodic table of elements. You don't need to be able to write it. It's more like if I asked you how many sharps are in the A major scale, and you can find the A major scale or the key of A, and you can know that there's 3, either by seeing a 3 sharps next to it or by counting 1, 2, 3, or it's in the 3 o'clock position. But I'll share you a little secret of learning the order of sharps and flats. So we have the B flat scale, then we go to the E, so write E to E. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Bring down the flats we already had, which was B's are flat and E's are flat. And then now flatten the 4th scale step or 4th scale degree. 1, 2, 3, 4. A's are now flat, and that's also our next scale. So let's write A to A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Bring down the flats you already had, which was B's are flat, E's are flat, A's are flat. And flatten the 4th scale step. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be D flat, and that's also our next scale. I'm going to write it like right under the C sharp because now these two share a spot. I'm going to put them in a box so we can see that more clearly. Okay, so then we're going to write the D major scale, D flat major scale, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. And then bring down the flats you already have, which are B's are flat, E's are flat, A's are flat, D's are flat. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, G's are flat. And that's also our next scale. So it's right under the F sharp. And we have the G flat major scale to write out now. So write all the letters G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Bring down all the flats you already had, which was B's are flat, E's are flat, A's are flat, D's are flat, G's are flat. And the 4th scale degree is C, so that's our new flat note. And then we go and write out the whole C flat major scale. You can write C flat down here. G, A, B, C, and flatten everything. I mean, you can do it in order, but it's easier just to flatten everything. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you need to. Okay. The little memory trick that I have for memorizing the sharps is like going this way, right? Fat cows. I almost turned it into a G. Fat cows go down and eat bread is how I remember the sharps. Fat cows go down and eat bread. And the flats is just that backwards. Gracie Tersian has an incredible lesson on the circle of fifths on YouTube. I'm going to try and link that one or add a card somewhere on the screen. Her lesson is the best because when she starts writing out the circle of fifths, she does start from the C, but I think she adds the F. And then she shows you how the order of sharps is already here. Look, fat cows go down and eat bread. Isn't that neat? And of course, that's also the order of flats. But then if you look over here from the B flat, that's the order of flats too. B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Oh, so neat. So I like how she teaches the circle of fifths, and she also has a circle of fifths clock, which is pretty cool. Now, the overlap here if you go back and look at your notes, you'll notice the C sharp scale and D flat scale are the same. Same with F sharp and G flat and B and C flat. So these, let me make some room for myself. And I go into more detail about this on the 30-day music theory challenge. These are called enharmonic, like equivalents or enharmonic notes. C sharp is D flat, or F sharp is G flat. Like the notes on the keyboard piano, they go by the same name. Again, a lot more detail on the 30-day music theory challenge. The point of doing this was more for you to see that we learned our scales in order. We started with C and we ended the sharps with the C sharp. And then we started with our 1 flat and went up until all of our notes were flat, also ending on the C flat. So it's neat that both scales, or both of those sequences, ended on a C scale. So this is the Circle of Fifths super crash course. Again, I recommend the music day, the 30-day music challenge. I mentioned in the previous video, I've had a lot of dental work done, so I feel like my mouth is still recovering. Thank you so much for being a part of this course. Please let me know if you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you shared this with anybody, like if you did it with students or children or parents or anything like that. I'm excited to hear your stories. And stay tuned for more content for guitars. Following this challenge, I'm going to be filming one for ukulele. So I do have other guitar tutorials on my pages, so make sure and check those out. Or grab a ukulele and learn the scales on ukulele too. They will feel different on that instrument. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for choosing me as your teacher, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao!